So just a question, but has anybody thought of maybe turning Mike Lindell off and turning him back on to see if he reboots and becomes a normal human again, or at least the sort of semi-normal maybe person that we didn't know existed? Former crack addict who had started a successful pillow company and tried to sell pillows instead of crazy. I'm just throwing it out there because he's got a truth summit coming up on what else but election fraud. They've lost 60 whatever, I've lost track, more than that, 60 whatever of these stupid lawsuits. They've wasted God knows how much taxpayer money defending a system that Trump's former cybersecurity head of elections said was the safest election we've ever had. The man's nuts. And I mean, the people used to talk, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but, sometimes when Bush would lose his temper, George W. Bush, people would say that's dry drunk behavior. You hear that kind of thing. I don't know if that's just, us sharing old dudes' tales or if that's actual truth. But this guy, honestly, if he's not back on crack, seems like maybe he needs to be. Because it seems to me like he's a dry crack addict. He can't get enough of that high. He can't get enough of that dopamine hit, which he gets by saying crazy things, sweating profusely. Like, you guys ever watch baseball and see how Chapman sweats? Chapman looks at him and is like, damn, I'm MF or sweat. And just saying bonkers things that no one can defend, and no one, even other crazy Republicans, like there's different divisions of crazy, obviously, don't want anything to do with them. Jenna Ellis, however, who the other day went after Rachel Maddow as somebody who is an example of an unattractive Democratic woman, because Jenna Ellis is just so hot and just so smart. Would she go to like some sort of a holding college, or she a homec major like Marsha Blackburn? I mean, this is a person that got fired from working in as a lawyer in court law and traffic law in Colorado because she's a moron. Jumped in with Trump, of course, and then is the only known case so far of getting COVID via rectal vapors. Yeah, in Michigan, when they were there trying to fight out that election lie, that election was stolen, which of course it wasn't. Rudy farted on her quite audibly, and I enjoyed it. Maybe she did too. So they're at a truth summit, and Mike Lindell will be there. She has already been, Jenna Ellis has been subpoenaed to speak in Georgia, and she is now maybe going to ignore that subpoena to go speak at the truth summit. Go for it, Jenna, because I'd love to see you shackled. You're not as big and powerful. They're not as willing to do that to a president or members of a president's family. Jenna Ellis would love to, or members of Congress. I would love to see it. So we have our truth summit, and they are spreading the same lies that they always spread. They are continuing this dangerous pattern, of course, of stochastic terrorism, of telling people who attack the FBI building in Cincinnati and the one in Phoenix or threaten it with guns or try to drive into the Capitol and crash into a barrier and shoot in all directions and kill themselves. These are 3 incidents from the last week or two. I bet you there's another half dozen or dozen we've never heard of. Police stopped them, or it's some lone wolf crazy person went and shot at a police station or something, and it wasn't reported in the way that it happened. But this is what they're doing. They are inciting terrorism. We need new First Amendment laws that reflect the 21st century. I've talked about that before, so I won't get into that here. Also, though, going to be there, which should be a big highlight, is Kandiss Taylor. And I love when they all turn on each other. So it's Lindell and Ellis, and they turned on Brian Kemp because even though he's a complete vote-stealing scumbag and Stacey Abrams should have been governor and he suppressed votes and probably cheated to win, he wouldn't actually overtly cheat and get himself thrown in prison for Donald Trump in Georgia. So Trump hated him and got David Perdue to run against him, and Kemp, because of his name recognition, held on, one of the ones that held on even though Trump tried to get him thrown out. So now Kandiss Taylor, do you remember her? The Jesus, Guns, and Babies woman? She had that on the side of her bus. She will also be speaking at the Truth Summit. Jesus, Guns, and Babies. Honestly, it's like right-wing, we didn't start the fire. Jesus, guns, babies, I can't do it on command, the whole thing, but I'm going to come up with a whole we didn't start the fire, like with, Hunter Biden laptop. Damn it. Kid Rock crop top. I don't know. Okay. You get the point, guys. She's going to be there. She sent out a tweet, prepping for the Truth Summit with Mike Lindell. Our findings are quite explosive. She claims that she had her election stolen from her in Georgia. She got 3.4% of the vote in the primary for governor in Georgia. That's what the Republicans have unleashed. Like now even the crappiest candidates among them who don't even register in the polls are going to say that it was stolen, because that's the thing. Everybody who doesn't win had their election stolen. That's the culture of the Republican Party now, not Donald Trump. The Republican Party, Rand Paul, Rubio, Rick Scott, Ted Cruz, see, I'm already doing the We Didn't Start the Fire. They all came out and lied about the FBI before some of these attacks. And now you've got the Jesus, Guns, and Babies woman, and you've got Jenna Ellis, who's lied numerous times about our elections, and you've got Mike Lindell, the dry, drunk crack addict, who can't stop talking about this stuff, even though his company is falling apart, and numerous folks have quit. Those who are associated with it don't want anything to do with it. Good luck, my pillow. And actually, I've heard it's an incredibly rocky, crappy pillow, and I'm not just saying that. I'm trying to remember who did. Somebody from New York Magazine bought one and said it was absolutely awful. So the cultists will still buy it, I guess. The rest of us, we can find better pillows. And we also can find non-crackheads to tell us the truth about elections. Thanks for being here, guys. Please subscribe. Please turn on your notifications, like, comment, share on your various social media, and follow me, Cliff Schechter. Thanks so much.